Was there anybody else who sent Isabella postcards?
Yes, we've got a few of Isabella's postcards, but
Okay.
that would have to be another one.
I love it. I love it. Can you tell me a little bit more about like some of the postcards that you've seen? I know also like during this time period, there's a lot going on. So like there is a lot of railroads that were built during this time and cars were changing. Writing. We are here at the Sulphur Springs Museum, and Miss Green is a historian when it comes to our postcards. So I got a lot of questions for you. And
Okay.
the first thing I want you to do, because we have a lot here that we got to go through, is like tell me first of all. I know that you have like a family that you've kind of discovered here. Can you start with? I think you mentioned Isabella.
Isabella is Isabella Ware,
Mm-hmm.
and she, even though she was born and raised in Georgia, she comes down to High Springs with family. But in the meantime, her grandson she wants to be back in Georgia with. So she writes him postcards asking him to please. This is where you would have gone to high school at if you were here.
Yeah,
So you could tell that she would like her grandson.
What's one of the first postcards that you have from Isabella? Is she receiving it or is she sending this one out?
This one she is actually sending to Paul,
Sending to Paul. Okay.
and it's February 21st, 1907.
1907. This one right here.
This one right here.
And then who is Paul?
So Paul Ware is Paul W. Wood because his father is Paul Powell Wood. So you've got to get them, keep them separate. But she is Isabella's grandson, and she's still got kids, another child in Georgia, but this is the one that she would like them to come back. But he's been evidently transferred. The husband was transferred to High Springs first.
Okay.
With the railroad, we're thinking that
Yeah.
he worked for the ACL lines.
Okay.
So, and later on, he gets transferred to Tampa, and they go there. And Isabella follows right along.
Of course. Of course. Yes.
So she was very interesting. This one is Savannah, Georgia, and it says Bull Street, Jasper Monument, and the DeSoto Hotel. It's quite a fancy hotel. And there's just, you can see a little bit of writing on the bottom because this one is one of the first postcards. And it's blank on the back, and it was illegal to write anything on the back but the address. So later on, when we start getting others, there'll be a divided line, and they'll have the address on one side and then your message on the
Right, I know. Yeah.
So
It's really
you
cool
can
to see
the
how
postcards.
they've changed so much like over the years.
Yes. So we saw another one that it was tore, and this was the same one for George. It was just a penny, and they used them constantly during the daytime. It'd be like, oh yeah, I'm coming over. It was like instant. On the same day, you wouldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they. It was really timely delivered when they were in town.
Okay.
So this, I think, is another one that she wrote to him.
Paul?
She wrote it to Paul.
Paul.
And it's the public school in Jessup, Georgia, where everybody ends up buried. So it shows the public school there and says that you were going to school here. This is the school that you'd be going to with your cousin.
You can see this one is a little torn, like you mentioned, and then you can write a little bit on the front. There's not too much on the back of these, and there's not splitting.
And another one that you might like to see is one that it's got a little bit more.
Mhm.
And this one's the Pierce Courthouse, and it's wrote to Paul's mother, Isabella's daughter, Kate.
P.P. Wood.
That's Mrs. Paul Powell Wood.
Okay.
So she's the P.P. Wood, and then Paul Jr. is the Paul Ware instead.
And how many kids did Isabella have?
Isabella seems to have had two daughters.
Kids. Two. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
And we've got postcards later on.
Nice. Okay.
You know,
Was there anybody else who sent Isabella postcards?
yes, we've got a few of Isabella's postcards, but
Okay.
that would have to be another.
I love it. I love it. Can you tell me a little bit more about like some of the postcards that you've seen? I know also like during this time period, there's a lot going on. So like there is a lot of railroads that were built during this time, and cars were changing. Women's suffrage movement was happening. So like, does that show up a lot on the postcards that you see?
Some of them do. Isabella was really into the New Century Club, and she was president, and then she brought her daughter in as
Okay.
well, and so they started doing some of it. The Century Club